All right, everybody, welcome to it. This is the 10U Bulls taking on the Pensacola IceFlyers. And I think I messed up the stream name and called it something else. I sure did. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. It's definitely not 11:06. So, getting set up here. The 10U Bulls are going to be taking on the Pensacola IceFlyers, the first round of the BirmingSlam tournament. So we'll have about a 3-minute warm-up. Bulls will come out and get some skating in, shoot some pucks, and we'll get going. So thanks for tuning in. Stand by. We'll get back with the game. All right, I got that fixed. Should be good to go now. Boys are getting together for a picture out there, wearing their blue jerseys. Got Tyler Hallman with me today. Tyler, how's it going?
Oh, it's good. How are y'all?
Not too bad, buddy. Not too bad. Hang on one second. All right.
Well, I led the warm-ups. They were all pretty excited.
Good.
I
Good
think
deal.
I don't know if it's just because they had been out of school all day or not, but they seem to be in good spirits today, ready to rock and roll out here on the ice.
Doesn't take much when you're 9, 10 years old, right?
That's right.
Got my lovely assistant, Lauren Cole, here, working the clock for us today.
The best clock runner next to Leah Bowles.
It's a hard position to fill. Big shoes to fill.
Definitely.
So Tyler, I know our fans demanded, and we're coming out with a surprise tomorrow. Coach Josh and myself will be in our Bulls suits.
Oh, love it. Love it. You got to with two games in the BirmingSlam tournament. You got to bring out the Bulls suits.
That's right.
So this is kind of a cool experience for a lot of these guys. They get to play here on the home ice, which we don't have a ton of tournaments here. So I know Hayes was pretty excited. He's going to have some friends show up for this game and maybe a couple other ones. And I'm sure a lot of the other guys on the team will have some school friends show up and support them. Pensacola is I would say, it's a good rivalry for Birmingham. We've played them a bunch. It's a friendly rivalry. Pensacola, unfortunately, one of those teams that doesn't have ice year-round. So they kind of have to come up with creative ways to stay in hockey shape.
Not an easy thing to do.
No.
And I believe our lovely clock runner here went out and told the Pensacola parents about the stream. So if anybody from Pensacola is watching, welcome. This is definitely a Bulls broadcast, but glad to have you. Glad you can watch.
Neutral video, questionable commentary.
That's right. Thank you, John Pugh. So today's game, we got Big Elijah Cole, number 13 in net. Apparently I had my call-outs turned off. That's why. There we go. There's a big guy. And something just happened to the video. All right, we're good now.
Since I hopped on the broadcast a little bit late, thank you to all the veterans out there watching. Justin may have already mentioned that, but
I went into crisis mode fixing things because this is a totally amateur setup. So
we actually have a veteran coach on the bench, and Coach Josh Uptain. So thank you to him for his service. So we've got about another 2 minutes. We're going to let y'all hang out and watch the action here as the Bulls and the Pensacola IceFlyers warm up. All right, so about to get going here. Be 12-minute periods. I believe it's going to be a minute or minute and a half penalties. Do we know, Justin?
So not sure what's going on with the video. It's kind of popping black on and off. So apologies for that. If it goes black on us, that's a brand new thing and kind of hard to troubleshoot in the middle of a stream. So bear with us, folks. I fixed the blink in blue, or the video would stop and blink blue, but that is what it is. So here we go, getting set up.
Boys obviously feeling loose out there. Henry Arns dancing up to the face-off. Ethan Buck over to his left. Hard to tell with the jersey tucked in, but I'm pretty sure that is Gus Federley.
Looks like Gus.
Over on his right. Hayes Hallman back on right defense. Easton Del Bosco at left, so the face-off immediately goes over to Hayes. He flicks it up towards the boards. Pensacola now takes possession in their own end zone. Easton steps up, but Pensacola works it around him. Hayes in a good position back on defense. Gets the initial poke, and he blocks a shot as Pensacola tries to center it. Hayes will just send it up the wall. Gus does a nice job of pursuing the puck. Works back over to Hayes. Hayes and Henry collide there at center ice. Ethan now, nice cross ice pass, trying to get it over to Henry, cut off by Pensacola. But Henry pops back and takes it away, and he enters into the zone with only one man to beat. It looks like Gus along the wall. Pass was just off the mark for him, so Easton and Hayes will both hustle back. Easton looking up at Hayes, flips one up the wall. Tries to get over to Graham, who's now entered the game as center. Graham now skates it into his own zone. And they flick one towards the goal. Goalie made the initial stop, then lost sight of it. And will jump on top of it.
Graham leveled a kid when he made that pass.
Yeah, he did. Gloves flying off.
10:39 left in the first period.
So Graham Pugh taking the face off, sends it back over to Will Federley. Will now works it along the wall. Sends it back around. Graham Pugh jumps in, flicks that one back towards the goal. And we have a nice save and cover from the Pensacola goalie.
I think that was Nate Key on that shot. Took it as he fell.
So Nate Key over on the right. Will Federley on the left. Parker Allen back on defense, flips that one up towards the middle. And goalie will come out and put a glove on it. Bulls will take this opportunity to make a full line change. Easton and Hayes back in on the defensive side. Caleb Duro coming in for center. Keegan Brennan over at right wing and Tab Baker at left. Face off one immediately over to Keegan, who sends it back to Caleb. Caleb now into the corner, flips it around, trying to find Tab on the other side of the goal. Tab centers one, a little bit too much on the pass, but nice idea. Hayes skates back, catches it in the neutral zone, flips one up for Keegan. Keegan doing a good job of staying on sides there, trying to knock it down and keep it into the offensive zone. Easton sends a centering pass back over. Easton in the neutral zone, flips it up the wall, trying to catch Tab. And Hayes will have it. Hayes is going to skate up. He flips one up to Tab, who's waiting. Caleb's right there at the blue line as well. And we have an icing. So defense will switch out. Remy and Parker come in, along with offense. Henry Arns, Ethan Buck, and Gus Federley. Henry wins this one back towards Parker. Parker now sends one into the back of the net, but flips around back to Gus. Gus pops that one up the wall. Henry follows it up there, sends another one back to Remy. Remy sends a nice cross-ice pass over to Ethan. Everybody at the blue line waiting, everybody on sides. Ethan takes a little bit of a shot. Looks like he maybe lost an edge on that shot. So not much on it. But it does find the goalie and he'll cover. So 9:05 here left in the first period. Not a whole lot of shots on goal for either team, but it's been all Bulls. So face-off goes back to Parker. Parker looks like was past the blue line though. No offsides call. I couldn't tell if the puck ever crossed the blue line or not from where we're standing. Remy will take it back at center ice. Flips one up the wall. Goes from Henry over to Ethan and then back into the neutral zone. Pensacola now with a one-on-one against Parker. Parker in great position. Gus Federley will sweep that one away. Send it right back to center ice. Pensacola carries it into the Bulls zone. Parker will be the first one there in the corner. Flips one up looking for Gus. Pensacola makes a nice move around Gus, but loses it as Ethan comes in to help out. Easton pops that one away. Hayes will go over towards the near wall. Meets a Pensacola man as he flips the puck up the wall to Henry Arns. Henry now working it up, takes a shot, and we have our first goal. So Henry Arns scores the first goal of the tournament with an assist from Hayes Hallman up the wall. So Hayes and Easton will stay in on defense. We'll make a change on offense. Graham Pugh comes in to take the face-off, along with Will and Nate on either side of him. Graham immediately charges into the IceFlyers zone. Nate Key now chasing along the board. Pensacola now takes possession, works it out, but immediately met at center ice and poked out by Easton. Nate Key with a good stick lift, and Easton standing his ground, flips the guy around. Easton now along the boards. Can't quite get his stick in the right position. The Bulls try to send one out, but unable to. Almost cut off there by Will Federley. Shot cut off by Easton Del Bosco, who sends one up and out. Nate Key meets him with a shoulder. Nate Key doing a good job of getting low right there, playing the puck, and just put his guy on the ice. So Caleb Duro back out for this face-off. Tab Baker on the left, Keegan Brennan on his right, Hayes Hallman and Parker Allen on either side on defense. Face-off one, back toward Hayes. Hayes will be the first one to get there. He flips it up the wall, looking for Keegan. Keegan battling at his feet. Caleb comes in to try to take it away. Pensacola works it forward. Bulls still just putting a ton of pressure on him. Keegan pops out with it there in the neutral zone, looking for a pass, and he sends one into the goal. It looked like he had a 3-on-1 advantage. I thought he was going to pass it there for a minute, but he decided to take the shot himself and puts one right above the goalie's blocker pad.
Yeah, I think the goalie thought he had that one. It just kind of rolled off his palm and like over into the net.
Yep. Shoot more, score more. So
well, you know, it's one thing at this level that some goalies tend to do. Elijah does it sometimes, is roll that hand under. And so where they would normally come up gloving it, it rolls out of that pocket. So you got to be careful about that.
So the Bulls immediately take the face-off, work it across the neutral zone. Remy Uptain battling there, tries to flip it over to Gus. Pensacola just going to send it all the way around the backside of their goal. Parker Allen meets him along the wall. Looks like it's Ethan and Parker over there trying to get possession. And Pensacola able to send it up and out. They've waved off the icing. Remy will be the first one there. Remy flips it along the wall, gets it over to Gus. Gus immediately grabs it and flips it into the neutral zone, where Henry Arns just happens to skate over and grab it. Henry now looking for a centering pass. Goalie swipes that one away, but Gus finishes it up. So the goalie pushes that one away, and Gus charging hard for the goal and able to pop that one in. So score 3-0 here. Bulls have cracked this first period wide open.
Great job, Henry, to get deep on that one, and great job, Gus, to finish it up, not give up on the play.
Graham Pugh to take the face-off. Will over to his left, Nate Key to his right. Hayes and Easton Del Bosco back on defense. Del Bosco gets the face-off, sends it up to Will. Will immediately pops it towards the net, where Caleb will meet the defender.
Graham's going to the box.
So as soon as Easton touches that puck, I'm sorry, I said Caleb, it was Graham out there.
I think, I don't know if it was necessarily a trip, but they give him a hook, okay. The guy went down and was holding on to Graham's stick, and it is what it is. Graham got the call, but.
So Graham will head to the penalty box. Bulls now in their first penalty kill. This is a dangerous spot for the Bulls. It tends to open up the ice for the offensive side, and a lot of times the offense ends up scoring
And our goalie's cold. He hasn't really faced any shots. So.
That's right. So we'll see
Always
what Pensacola can do. They take a shot right off the face-off. Easton blocks that up well and sends it back up. And take another shot. Hayes pops that one away. He's going to send it up the board. Looking for Nate Key. Nate Key tries to change direction, but Pensacola pops it out. Pensacola now retreats. They send a deep one all the way in. Elijah Cole doing a little bit of skating around. Hayes will be the first one there as there's no icing on that. Hayes flips it over to Nate. Right off Nate's stick, but Nate able to backhand it out of the zone. And as soon as Pensacola puts it back in, we have an offsides.
I believe that's Sarah Pugh on the aux cord. Thanks for the good music, Sarah. Some of the moms down there breaking it down.
For those that don't know, Sarah and John Pugh are our team managers, and they do a fantastic job with everything that they do. So thank you to both of them for always keeping us straight. Shot right off of the face-off, and Elijah right there paying attention, ready to roll, and covers that one up.
14 seconds left on our penalty kill.
4:30 left here in the first period. Score of 3-0. Caleb takes the face-off. Keegan over to his right. Remy Uptain and Parker Allen both back on defense. They flip a backhanded shot towards Elijah. It's kind of bouncing right there, and he quickly covers it up. Smart play there by Elijah to just stop the play. Pensacola not really crashing the net there after a shot. Everybody was kind of back. So Remy now able to clear it out. Sends a nice cross-ice pass over to Caleb. Caleb gets it poked away right there at center ice. Now works over to Keegan. Tab out of the box. Immediately makes an impact. Sends it over to Caleb. Caleb unfortunately got it poked away again. Pensacola now working across center ice, and they'll have an offsides.
That was a close offsides. I think one of those where they had maybe a half a step on the guy with the puck.
It was a close offsides. Hayes and Easton come back in on defense. Henry Arns, center. Ethan Buck and Gus Federley, wingers. Henry sends it back to Hayes. Just a little wide for Hayes to be able to grab right off the face-off, but Hayes pops it up the boards. Pensacola centers one, gets back on Henry's stick. Henry backhands one over to Gus. Pensacola with a wide shot, and it's going to work over to Henry. Henry cuts that pass off. He's only got two guys to beat, and he's, nice cross-ice pass over to Gus. Gus can't quite catch up to it, but he does meet it in the corner. Gus looking to center one right in front of the goal. Henry in great position. Ethan right there too. Hayes takes a defensive shot, bouncing in front of the goalie. But nice stop. Easton now looking for a little bit of room to pass. Sends one around to Henry. Henry centers one, another one for Gus. Just off. Hayes takes a defensive shot just wide of the goal. Ethan now centers one. Pensacola doing a good job of cutting that off, and it just hit Gus's stick and bounced out of the zone, so the Bulls will reset. Ethan sends a nice pass over towards Gus and dumps it back into the offensive zone. Henry tries to seal up the boards, but Hayes ends up with it. Hayes takes another shot from the defense position, knocked down by Ethan, and Ethan takes a shot and scores. Great job there by the Bulls, not giving up on that scoring opportunity. They just kept shooting. Eventually something will go in, so 2:32 left here in the first. Score 4-0. Graham Pugh will take the face off. Sends it back to Remy Uptain. Remy passes it over to Nate Key, who accidentally fell as he was transitioned to backward skating, and
this Pensacola took it right off sides, though.
Yep. It kind of got stuck under Nate for a half second. Great pass. Nate just got tripped on the spot. So Graham Pugh off the faceoff immediately gets it back.
Yeah, Graham
works in the zone. Yeah, he is. He's got Will Federley over to his left. Will was in great position. Graham's shot just wide of the goal. Nate Key now chasing him around the backside. Nate in the corner.
Oh, great use of his hips there to keep that guy off the puck and stop the play.
Really good job. He works over to Will. Will centers one, but everybody was sealed up against those boards. Now Parker gets it, takes a shot. Ricochets off a skate. Remy Uptain now sends it up the wall. Remy again, he'll take a shot from the D position. And Pensacola able to get it out, so Remy will be the first one there. Pensacola charging hard. Remy sends one over to Graham right off his stick. Will be the first one there. He pulls up, gets back into position, and Pensacola sends another one out. We should have an icing here. And we do. So Bulls will make a full line change. Looks like Caleb Tabb, Hayes, Easton, and Keegan all rolling out here for the Bulls. Face off, goes back to Hayes. Hayes takes a shot. Ricochets off of Caleb. Pensacola sends it up and around the boards. Easton cuts it off, sends one back up to Tabb. Tabb tries to send it back around. Keegan meets him there. Keegan continues to try to work it back out. Pensacola, though, with possession. Hayes and Easton both in great position. They work away, and Tabb finally swipes it away right as Pensacola enters the zone. Caleb's going to try to send it deeper into the neutral zone. Pensacola with a slap shot. Nobody really able to gain possession there in the neutral zone, but Pensacola finally comes away with it. Caleb able to pop that one down. He's going to work it around. Tabb passes it back to Caleb. Caleb pops it over to Keegan, who's going to skate hard to catch up to it. Keegan now works around one guy, puts one towards the goal right at buzzer, and we have the end of the first.
What a first period.
Score of 4-0 Bulls. Elijah not taking much shots. We're going to have to keep him awake down here on this end. Or I should say we'll have to keep him awake down here on the other end. So we'll have probably about a minute here while they reset the clock and get ready for the second period.
All right, this might be dangerous, but I'm going to try to fix the camera from blinking. Give me a second, guys. All right, hopefully that got it. Nope, nah, it goes right back.
I'm just hoping the poor cameraman makes it across the ice okay. He's shuffling awfully slow. I guess
Better slow than on a stretcher, right?
That's right. I guess he didn't want to take the safe route and walk around. These tournaments do a great job, though, of bringing in a camera crew. They take some great pictures out there on the ice of the boys. A couple of shirt vendors. There's even a guy out there who's got the Bulls logo to wrap your stick with. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was very cool. Had the shark tape for the blade. So normally you put stick tape on a stick. Well, this is like skateboard deck tape that just goes right on the stick blade.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
So Remy and Parker back in on defense. Graham Pugh's going to be center. Nate Key and Will Federley on either side. Great job there by Nate. Pop it up into the offensive zone. But unfortunately, we will have an icing. Graham couldn't quite catch up to that one as fast as he is. So we'll head down here into the Bulls defensive zone for the face-off. Graham sends it over to Nate. They immediately take a shot, and Elijah with a close call, but able to pop it out with his stick.
Ooh, way offsides.
Bounces around, and Will Federley will end up popping that one back in while, who was it, Nate or Graham?
Nate.
Thought it was Nate that was still offsides, but close call there. Both of them just hustling to the puck. Graham sends that face off back to Easton Del Bosco, just a little bit wide for him to kick in, and it goes all the way back into the Bulls defensive zone, but Easton immediately sends it up to Nate Key. Hayes will be the first one there, pops it up the wall. Pensacola sends it right back in. Hayes sends it up the glass that time. Will now takes it into the corner, goes down, lost an edge as he was skating into the corner. Hayes does a good job of sealing the boards, looking for a pass. Pops one towards the goalie. Oh, wow. Will was standing right there, ready to pop that loose change in. Almost had it. Graham Pugh still stabbing at it. And Pensacola does a good job of covering that puck. Wow. Hayes took a shot, and it had no chance of going in, but the way it popped away from the goalie, Will almost picked up the loose change and put it in. So great job there by the offense and defense both, taking the shots and crashing the net. Henry Arns comes up back out. He's got Gus on his right and Ethan on his left. Remy and Parker back in on defense. Immediately off the faceoff, we have a whistle. Looked like we had a little confusion on the Pensacola bench and too many men on the ice. Looks like the referees will just redo the faceoff here. Henry sends that back to Ethan. Ethan tries to send it over to Gus. Puck able to clear the zone. Everybody gets back on sides, and Gus dumps it back in. Snipers a guy down as he does it. Guy lost his feet as soon as he sent it in. Ethan looking to center that pass. Nobody home for the Bulls. Ethan now backhands that one over to Henry. Great job. Good pass. Henry takes a shot high and wide. Pensacola immediately come out. Oh, and Hayes, big collision there at center ice as he was coming out.
Call on that one.
Yep. So Hayes will go to the penalty box. He came right off the bench. They were trying to make a quick line change, and he played the puck, but he also played the man. So
played the man right onto his back.
That's right. Nice hit there by Hayes as he levels a guy, but unfortunately that's not legal at this age. Or probably any age. So Bulls now on a penalty kill. Hayes will spend his minute in the box. Oh, nice move there by Keegan. Keegan with another good move. He's worked around a couple. Keegan with a one-on-one. He takes a shot just wide of the net. Pensacola now coming back out. Caleb takes a poke at it, but Pensacola still working it into the Bulls zone. He's got Easton and Remy back on defense. Remy sweeps that one away. Great stop there by Elijah, and Remy right there to clean it up. Remy again sends it up and out of the zone, so Pensacola will have to reset. Pensacola with a nice backhand there at center ice, but unable to dump it back in. So the Bulls continue to battle here, just wasting this penalty kill. 11 seconds left.
That's a trip.
That is a trip.
Coach Josh calling for it in the box.
Yep. Caleb went down. So Hayes out of the box. Tab will come in. They take a shot. Elijah finds it, covers it. And no goal there for Pensacola. So .8:54 left here in the second period. Score 4-0. Looks like Hayes, Graham, Parker, Tab, and maybe Gus or Will. I think it's Will. So Hayes now sends one up to Graham. Graham trying to get a stick on it. Just can't quite get possession, but he does. He flips it over to Will, who takes a shot off the goalie's blocker. Graham again trying to find the puck on his stick. Tab pops one over to Graham. Graham trying to get possession, gets tripped up in the process, and they're going to work back. So defense back in on their heels. They take a shot. Parker knocks that one away. Pensacola tries another shot. Hayes blocks that one away. Parker now sends one up looking for Will. Will's got to catch up to it before it's icing, and he cannot quite do it. So good look there by the Bulls, but just not quite able to get it. So it looks like Hayes will stay out there. They'll pull Parker off and switch out for Easton. Henry Arns comes back out along with Gus and Ethan. Ethan looking to take that one out of the zone, but popped away before he can. Pensacola sends one out, and Hayes just popped it out of the zone. Henry keeping it along the boards. Sends one back to Easton. Easton passes it right back to Henry, who's standing there waiting. Henry looking for somebody to center it to. He's got Gus right in front of the net. He's got Ethan over on his right. Ethan takes a shot. Nice shot. Gus still sitting there, loses it off his forehand, puts it off his backhand, and then Henry still right standing there crashing the net.
Yeah.
Henry puts one in, and I would say that's probably an assist from Gus. Gus with a great job there. He immediately took it from his forehand to his backhand and couldn't quite get a shot off, but he was able to center one over for Henry Arns, who puts the 5th goal of the day in.
That's 2 for Henry.
That is 2 for Henry. We're looking for a hat trick here soon, so halt the face-off. Pensacola wins it, immediately heads towards Elijah. But the Bulls doing a great job of back-checking and getting in front of Pensacola. Remy Uptain there in the corner. Now work it over to Keegan. Keegan with a nice pass over to Caleb. Caleb just pushing that puck across into the offensive zone. He flips a centering pass over to Keegan, but the goalie intercepts before Keegan can get to it.
I like the patience by Caleb with the guy dove. He just kept working it.
He just kept working it.
Worked around him.
You know, Caleb does a really good job of not doing too much stick handling. He just really pushes the puck and works it forward. Oh, nice job there by Keegan to stick lift that out as Pensacola was taking it out of the Bulls' side. That was a hard hit along the ice. Who was that went down? Nate Key?
I think it was Nate, yeah. Guy dove at his legs. It was kind of a weird hit.
And Nate ends up getting some of the hardest hits we've seen on this team, and he always gets back up, thank goodness. So it looks like Remy Uptain popped that one out. Remy now will skate it up. Remy doesn't skate it up very often, but he's definitely got the skill to do it. Remy takes a shot off the goalie's leg pad. Keegan comes in to help out. Loses it. Remy now back on defense, so skating a full sheet of ice here. Nate Key back checking well too. Parker in great position. They take a shot wide of the goal. Looks like Remy tried to steal that one away again. Pensacola takes another shot. Parker, again in great position, blocks that one up. And Nate will send that one up and out. And we should have an icing. So Bulls will head on over and take this opportunity to make a line change. Pensacola does too. So Hayes and Easton back in as your defenseman. Tab over at left wing, Graham Pugh at center, and Will Federley over at right wing.
Timeout called?
It looks like the Pensacola has called a timeout, so Bulls line will skate over and see if their coaches have any words of wisdom to give them. Love seeing some old teammates coming out to support. We got the Jessimers here today. Thanks to them. Thanks, Mike, for his service. Yeah, we got a good bit of fans here, too, so everybody looking for something to do to fill up their day with their kids, I guess. The same line heads back out here.
We'll say it is very odd doing a tournament at our home ice.
It really is. Graham takes that face off, immediately sends it up. And Pensacola with a quick offsides.
The number 21 knew it. He tried to jump over, but
it did.
A little too late.
Too little, too late. So again, I mentioned it early in the broadcast, if you missed it, Pensacola only has ice probably, I would say, less than 6 months of the year. So they have a hard time sometimes staying in hockey shape. And they do a fantastic job with these kids. Every year they're a tough team to play every single time we play them. So that one just goes wide. We'll have an icing on the Bulls.
Tab almost blasted that one down here on net.
4:45 left here in the second period. Score of 5-0. I would imagine rollerblades would have to be in your bag if you're a Pensacola player. So another icing here. I would say the majority of these icings are just passes gone wild.
Yeah, usually.
Not, in the professional league, they typically do that as strategy. I'm not so sure that the Bulls are doing this for strategy, but oh, nice job there by Henry Arns, taking one off the shin pad. And he's going to have a one-on-one battle. Puts it in the goalie's glove. Pensacola now takes possession. Henry now works right behind his goal. Sends one back for Remy Uptain. Remy couldn't tell if that was a shot or a pass, but I think it was a pass because it didn't have a ton on it. Would have been a great pass. Ethan now pops that one away, looking for Gus. Gus tries to backhand one in front of the net. Ethan now meets him behind the goal. Henry there in the corner, trying to get his stick free. Ethan helps him out. Puck lost to their feet for just a minute. It spits over to Gus. Gus centers one. He tries to center one. It goes off the back of the post. Just a little bit too narrow for a center pass. Goalie keeps it live. Henry Trying to stick handle around a few folks, trying to find a passing lane or a shooting lane at all, but Pensacola doing a good job of blocking that up. Works it back to Parker Allen. Parker takes a shot, bounces just over to Ethan. Ethan, as he's trying to take a shot, loses his stick, gets hit right as he's trying to take that shot. And Gus almost had one that he could pop in, but goalie does a good job of covering that stop and play. Caleb now at center. Nate Key over at left. Keegan Brennan at right. Hayes and Easton on defense. Caleb sends it back to Hayes, who flips it up. It's lost there at the boards, though. Hayes able to work it back over to Keegan. Keegan centers one. Nobody home. Caleb now comes over, flips it over to Easton. Easton flips it back up to Caleb. Pensacola intercepts that, and they're going to work it back into the neutral zone. Hayes takes a swipe, able to push his man out to the outside, knocks that one down. Easton comes in to help out. Easton cuts that shot off. He's going to skate it up. Easton still working it up, dumps it into the offensive zone. And he'll hop right back into position. Caleb chases it in. Pensacola quickly able to work it right back out. Caleb knocks that one free. Keegan gets it over. Hayes can taste that one. Trying to skate forward. Caleb now with a great pass over to Nate. Nate sends one a little bit backwards in center for Caleb, but pass just a little bit unable to hang on to there by Caleb. Nate now looking at Caleb in the corner. Caleb centers one, looking for Nate again. Pensacola able to work it out. Hayes in great position. He's got to push his man out. They hadn't had a good shot on goal yet, and this one's not good either, wide. Elijah Cole in great position to block that one up. Take another shot. Elijah covers. So Justin, how many shots on goal do you think they've had, Pensacola?
On us?
Yeah.
10 at best.
Yep, I was thinking it was probably closer to about 6 or 7.
Yeah, most of their shots are getting stopped in traffic, though. Our boys are doing a really good job of pushing them out of the slot, and they're having to take shots at angles. I don't know if our defensemen know, but that makes it so much easier for the goalies.
Oh, it does. It definitely does. Graham took that face off and immediately sent it back into the corner. Parker Allen now shoots it up along the wall. Graham meets him there. Parker will take it behind his own net, sends it back around to Will. Graham steals it along the wall. He's got a one-on-one with the goalie. Oh, he tries to pull a little move on him, and the goalie popped out and poked it away. Great job there by the Pensacola goalie. Remy now sends it back up and in as everybody got back on sides. Pensacola now takes it behind their own net. Almost able to clear it out, but is stopped by their own man, who finally sends it into the neutral zone. Remy doing a good job of pinching him along the wall. Pass cut off there by Will. Will, nice pass over to Tab. Tab's going to carry it into the zone, and we have an offsides. So Will must have just been a step ahead of Tab. Great pass there by both of them, though. So Henry comes in to take the face off. He has Gus and Ethan on either side, Easton and Hayes. Well, face off. Ethan dumps it into the offensive zone. Gus goes down. Ethan comes in to help out. Ethan continuing to put a stick on puck, and we have the end of the second period. Score of 5-0. So 4 in the first period, 1 here in the second period. Bulls slowing down just a little bit. Their momentum slowing down just a hair, but still in, definitely in control of this game.
A lot of good teamwork, though. A lot of really good looks going on there. Just got to keep it up and finish strong.
Yeah, I like the intensity they brought out here. You know, the coaches were joking in the lobby earlier that there's no excuses. We're on our home ice. They're sleeping in their own beds. We didn't have to travel. There was no car ride. There's no lag from switching time zones. Nothing like that. So there are absolutely no excuses this weekend why we can't play our best game. So Elijah Cole heads back down into the goal closest to us. If it's any indication from the first two periods, all the action will be farther away, so Justin will be using his Zoom. So Henry, Ethan, and Gus stay out here on offense. We'll switch out the defense here starting the third period and bring out Remy and Parker Allen. So off the face-off, Pensacola pushes forward. And Gus sends it across ice. Pensacola now tries to pressure through the neutral zone. Popped out there by Gus again. Remy will take it behind his own net. Works around one man. Backhands it over to Henry. Henry now works it across center ice. He's got a pile of Pensacola players all around him, doing a good job of keeping him at bay. Puck works his way over to Remy. Remy off his backhand sends it back towards Henry. Henry with a wrister sends it over to the goal, but blocked up well by Pensacola.
Yeah, they've recognized number 17 as a threat.
They do. They've really blocked him up well after the first two goals he scored. So Gus sends that back around looking for Ethan. Ethan changes direction. Pensacola cut him off. Parker will step up, sends one right through the legs of the defenseman. Now Pensacola able to work it on out of their zone. Remy should be the first one there, and he is. He flips it right back up the wall right as we make a line change. Caleb comes out. Parker Allen goes down. I'm sorry, Remy went down. Parker able to send it out of the zone.
Should be offside.
And we have an offside. So now that play is stopped, we'll make a full line change.
I think we were getting a little tired there.
We were.
Ethan's normally got a head full of steam, and he was looking a little flat-footed on that one.
Yeah, well, our two defensemen have been in for a while, and
getting word now from Lauren Cole that they are running the clock. It is 9:52 and running at this point.
So Hayes off the face-off, flips it high and up for Caleb, and we have an offsides. Not real sure why he flipped it up that high. Caleb taking another face-off.
Now we will stop the clock at this point. 9:29 left to play. Apparently the goalie's having an equipment issue. I think one of his helmet straps came loose. Love these guys back here having a conference with their goalie.
Hayes thinks it's his job to make sure Elijah's head is in the right place.
He's doing a good job of it.
So face-off works back. Caleb trying to kick it off his boot, but loses it. Nate Key tries to send it out. He's laid on top of it, though. Hands one over. Pensacola tries to take a shot, and they put one in right on Elijah's stick side. So defense really just unable to clear that one out. That's not on Elijah. That's on defense and offense both whiffing at it.
Well, hats off too. Nice play. It was a great pass, and that guy was in the right position to make that shot. So
he was in a great position, but yeah, they defensemen are over there getting a talking to.
They're going to stop the clock now since Pensacola scored one.
So Grand Pugh now at center ice, battling along the boards. Pensacola able to work it into the Bulls zone. They're hungry. They've seen one, and they put another one in.
Bulls got to get back energized.
So Pensacola put two in less than, 15 seconds?
Yep.
And Bulls defense collapsing on both of those. So Henry took the face off. He's got Ethan and Gus out there with him, along with Hayes and Easton. Pensacola now charging hard along the boards. Easton takes it away, sends one back up the board to Henry. Henry unable to hang on to it. Pensacola sends it deeper into their offensive zone. Hayes will send that up and around, looking for Gus. Gus able to pop that one out. Good job there by Gus to stick with it. He's sealed up along the boards, though. It'll be Henry. Will be the first one there. Kicks it off a skate. Gus sends one back around to Henry. Henry looking for somebody to center it to. Skates around a couple of folks as nobody was quite ready. Hayes and Easton now in great defensive position. Hayes waiting to make his move. He goes and hits the stick. Sends one back up the wall over to over to Henry. Henry backhands that one over to Gus. Gus now in a little bit of a breakaway, but that breakaway collapsed fast as Pensacola did a great job of back checking. Ethan now working along the near side. Bulls able to send it back in. Gus meets him there in the corner.
Great pressure here by our forwards not to let them skate it out of their zone.
And nobody quite able to clear it out. Finally, they do it. It looks like Caleb Duro. So puck works out right past Remy, who was trying to seal up the boards, but I don't know if they lifted that a little bit. It just happened to pop out. And we'll have an icing here on Pensacola. So it looks like Keegan, Nate Key, and Caleb will stay out there skating forward. Easton Del Bosco and Hayes Hallman back in for the defenseman. Score of 5-2, 7 minutes left here on the official game clock. Keegan working in the corner. They send one back towards Easton. Easton dumps one into the corner. Nate Key meets it there. Oh, they changed directions on Caleb. Caleb's skating hard to catch him on the backside of the net, but he changed directions quick. Gets over to Nate. Nate trying to find Keegan. Keegan centers one. Great center pass there by Keegan. Puck spits over to Keegan again. Keegan looking to take a shot. Oh, he puts it just wide of the goal. Had a wide open net on the right side. He just went a little bit far to the right. Hayes and Easton back on their heels. Hayes waits for just the right time and pokes that one away. Hayes meets him in the corner. They try to work around. Easton comes over, trips the guy up with his feet. So they take a shot. Easton will pop back over along the near wall, send it up to Caleb. Caleb able to get it out of the zone. Nate sends one through the legs of his defender, right over to Caleb. Hayes now skates up. He passes one up to Keegan, who's waiting at the blue line. Keegan centers one. Looking for Caleb, who puts one in. Actually, Nate. That was Nate.
Yeah. Keegan to Nate. Wow.
Keegan
what a
to
pass.
Nate.
What a shot from his knees.
What a fantastic job there by the entire line to clear that one out. They were clearly on their heels back here in the defensive zone and worked it out to put a score on the board. So score 6-2, 5:36 left. Puck goes back to Parker, who sends it right into a defender. And we'll have an offsides here by Pensacola. Graham Pugh now taking the face-off. Gets it over to Will. He's got Tab Baker on his left. Parker does a good job of poking that one away and sending it up the board. Parker again knocks that one away. Graham sends it out. Gets it over to Will. Will able to clear the zone. Remy comes up to help him out. Dumps it deep into the offensive side for the Bulls. Tab along the boards with some help from Graham. Puck spits out towards the net. Graham picks up the loose change, backhands one towards the goal. Tab tries a slap shot. Too many guys in the way though. Parker does a good job of stepping up, taking a guy out and moving the puck at the same time. Parker held up right there at the blue line. Puck finally gets out. And Remy will head back, but it's going to be for naught since it's an icing. So 4:20 left here in the game. First game of the BirmingSlam tournament. Your Bulls on top, 6-2. Hayes and Easton in on D. Henry Arns taking the face-off along with the Ethan. Oh, wow. Henry just bar down on that right off the face-off. Wasn't expecting that shot. I was still trying to announce the line, but Henry with a great job right off the face-off goes and puts that one in right over the goalie's head.
Up there, hat trick.
Up there where Mama keeps the peanut butter.
That's right. Good job, Henry.
So Henry will stay in, takes the face off again. He's got Gus over on his right, Ethan to his left. Hayes passes that one over to Ethan. Ethan now sends it back cross ice, trying to clear out some free space. Hayes trying to work around a referee, gets cut off. Easton has to step up and help him out. Ethan now knocks that one down along the wall.
The puck or the boy?
Both. Pensacola able to send it back in. Hayes sends another one back around the ref over to Gus, and Henry's right there with him too. We have an offsides. Easton was just offsides, and puck gets over to Hayes. Instead of skating forward with it, he brought it back to him, with Easton standing on the other side of the blue line. So
I think it was number 40 was offsides for their team. That was on them.
Oh, that's true. Sorry. Just kidding. So heads up play there by Hayes to pull it back across the blue line. Calls the offsides.
There you go.
By Pensacola. So Parker backhands that one over to Caleb. Caleb able to kick it out into the neutral ice. And Keegan looking for his second of the day. He works around the goalie and he puts one in on his backhand.
Wow.
So
Goalie
Keegan
came way out the challenge.
He did.
Did not back check far enough into the net.
Keegan just waited for the right time. Great opportunity there to use that burst of speed. We all know he has.
Day, right?
I believe that is Keegan's second one.
Yeah. Had a couple of assists. But
yeah. Yep. Team spreading the puck around for sure. The face-off from Caleb right over to Keegan. Pensacola doing a great job though, lifting the sticks. Works back to Remy. Remy will take it around his own goal. He's got Nate, who he backhands it over to. Ends up right back on Remy. He'll take it right back around his own goal, but changes direction, decides against it, flips it up the wall to Nate. Pensacola will cut it off. Parker now takes it around his own goal. Bulls just doing a good job of spreading the ice out and wearing this Pensacola team out with 2 minutes left. Caleb tries to knock that one down. Pensacola sends it back in. Parker will catch it there in the corner. Sends one up to Keegan. Pensacola dumps it deeper in. Nate Key now flips it up to Caleb. Bulls just unable to clear the zone right here. Pensacola doing a good job of keeping it in, but not really getting any shots on goal from it. So everybody's just kind of skating back and forth. I'd say not enough intensity from either side to really do anything of consequence. Finally, Bulls able to clear it. Keegan will work it out into the neutral zone. Bulls take a line change. Hayes comes out. He's going to dump it in. He dumps it on goal, though. So at least we don't have an icing, and the goalie will cover and stop that one with 1 minute left. And we will have a running clock at this point. It's typically up 5 goals. You do a running clock. So Bulls here with 45-ish seconds left by the time the face-off goes on. And Graham takes the face-off, gets it over to Tab. Graham goes down in the corner. Tab tries to backhand one in, just off his stick. Pensacola does a nice cross-ice pass over. Hayes will be the first one there. He flips it up the wall. Finds Will Federley, who flips it on out. Graham Pugh snags the puck just as Pensacola is called for offside. So we won't get another face-off here. This game is over with 10 seconds left. Score of 8-2 will be our final from the Bulls. We do get another face-off, but not much. Easton flips it up and out into the neutral zone, and game is over. So great job here. Great start to the BirmingSlam tournament. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Tomorrow, if you'd like to tune in, we have a game at 8 o'clock against the Mid-South Revolution. So 8 a.m., same time, same place. Hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in. Go Bulls.